it's all for you, all for you. Brought me to the cross, that's how you brought me through. Ain't no greater gift that I can offer you. It's all for you.
The only relationship that will fill us in the way that we need to be filled is a relationship with Jesus. And that doesn't mean that we don't have relationships with other people, because I think he shows his love through other people, and he shows relationship through other people. But those relationships will never be enough. And if we look to them to fulfill us in that way, we'll be disappointed. The only relationship that can really truly fill us is a relationship with God. When we grow that relationship, when we do start spending time, when we do start including him in everything, it's like that desire to be in relationship will grow more and more the more that we do it, the more that we practice it, so to speak. Having that communication and that conversation with him daily in every moment, that's the thing that's gonna make us feel intimacy that we want and part of something, and feel like we have somebody there for us all the time. That's the only way that we'll feel that way, because people will let you down, people will let me down, but we know that we have a father, we have a best friend, we have a brother. God is so great, and he loves us so much, and he just wants to spend time with us. He just wants to literally be with us all the time, and he's with us all the time. But when we acknowledge him, that's when we truly can remember that he's with us all the time. Because sometimes we're going through our own struggles in life, or we're going through our own situations, and it's easy to quickly just start relying on ourselves. Holy crap, I have 0 miles to empty. It's easy to start relying on yourself for these things, or forgetting about God, or forgetting to include him in this. But that's what we have to do, that we have to include him, because that's when we know that he will be a part of it, is when we invite him into our situations. And so that's what I want to start doing consistently, and getting back to doing that more and more. I'm about to get Chipotle though. I'm out here just chilling in the Chipotle parking lot, trying to get some food. So stay tuned. Alright, we're about to try the track again. It's 7 a.m. Saturday morning. Beautiful morning as usual. But last time I tried to get to this track, it was closed. They were redoing it. I've heard that it might not be open to the public. So we're gonna go test it out. See if I can get on there, get a little track workout in, little sprints. Start my day off right. I wanna hit some thrift stores today. I wanna hit this farmer's market, get some raw milk. I don't know if y'all ever heard of that, but it's my favorite. Look it up if you're not. But that's my day plan so far. Probably some pickle in the future. Probably a workout in the future. Probably potentially hitting the beach, but I'm still on the fence about that. But man, I just want to have a great day today. I'm feeling like it's already gonna be one. Slept in a little bit, slept into like 6:30. I much needed that for sure. So let's see what this track is saying. I won't talk too much right now, but I'm excited, bro. I love running on a track. Alright, it was closed, and I'm just wondering, I'm curious, somebody that knows these type of things, why do they close it to the public? Why are tracks closed? Like something that people want to go work out on, exercise on, do sprints on. I get that some people out here destroying property and vandalizing, but like my school, my college that I went to, they didn't lock it up. It was open to the public. It was in perfectly fine condition. So I'm just wondering why most tracks in Tampa are not open to the public. And if you know, please let me know so I can write to my legislators or something. All right, I'm in a predicament. I didn't bring water and I didn't bring a shirt. So I'm about to stop at the grocery store to try to get some water, but I'm going in there without a shirt. So we'll see how that goes. Could easily get kicked out, but I'm hoping I could just go get a water for the bare minimum, you know? All right, we made it for real. We got what we needed. It's time to go. It's time to go. All right, so it's not the best track. I think it's actually just cement, but hey, it's better than nothing. It's got lines, it's got everything I wanted. So I'm gonna be thankful for what I have. It's a little bit beat up, but it's kind of cool. So I'm gonna get this working, do what I gotta do. See y'all in a bit.
It's only you to bless my lines, only you to know my time, only you to know my ways, only you can heal my mind, only you forgave my debts, only you could pay that fine. Why I'm geeked up on a chain? I forgot that thing ain't mine. I know I got plenty, round the world I go, forget that.
You have been so good to me. God, I can't believe how you love me. What a friend you have been. So good to me. God, I can't believe.
We can't allow ourselves to like get caught up in comparing our sins to other people's sins or writing people off because we think that what they did is way worse than what we have done. Maybe the consequences on earth are worse, but the truth is, like, one sin is all it takes, like I said, for us to be considered unrighteous in God's eyes. And so we all equally need Jesus. He equally saved every single one of us because we did not deserve it. All right, I headed to this little farm to pick up some of that raw milk. Haven't been here yet. I've heard good things about it. It's a beautiful day. It's a really beautiful day out here. What in the world? What in the world is that window squeaking for? Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to hit some thrift stores today. I don't want to like too much driving, but probably try a few different spots. Yo, this is lit. This place is actually popping though. It looks like there was a lot of people. Maybe I'm wrong. There might have just been a bunch of people parking on the street, but this is pretty legit. If I do say so myself, I'm gonna try to see what they got out here. I've been told that they have the raw milk I'm looking for, so. All right, now that I got the milk, I'm not gonna get them right now, but I need some cookies to go with it. I haven't had cookies in a minute, and so I knew this weekend I was gonna just have a little cheat day. Not really even cheat day, but I'm gonna eat some cookies tonight with this raw milk because that's just what you have to do. It's just the best thing on earth. So I'm gonna hit Trader Joe's eventually, get those gluten-free chocolate chip baked cookies. Those are literally the best cookies I've had, period. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear the slander. I don't want to hear someone say, oh, it's gluten-free. Bro, you try them, you won't ever try anything else. Especially if you like don't cook them all the way. You kind of leave them a little bit raw, a little bit medium rare on the inside. Oh boy, those are the best. So I haven't had those yet with the raw milk, but those have been my favorite cookies. When I get cookies, you best believe I'm getting the Trader Joe gluten-free baked cookies. All right, so something crazy happened. So when I woke up this morning, I come into my kitchen and I see like a puddle on the floor. I'm like, what the heck? Why is there a puddle? Realize that the watermelon is literally on the floor, bleeding out. Like, this was in the middle of my table. So somehow it managed to roll itself off and split its top open. So, not really sure about that. I'm gonna still see if I can eat some of it. Maybe it just got excited and burst and just fell off and started bleeding everywhere. I don't know. But I'm about to try my raw milk. About to have a little glass. It's been a minute. My suggestion when you get this, shake it up a little bit because it does separate. People get scared about that. Just don't be a little child. All right, let's see what we got here. Cheers, mate. Dang, that's good, boy. Woo! That's the best. That is literally like liquid gold. But some of y'all gonna be hating for sure. That's okay, more for me. This is better. This is like literally, I kid you not, if you like the taste of milk, this is 10 times better, 100 times better, because this is what it should taste like. It's honestly like sweeter. I'ma save. I gotta take it easy because I could easily just chug all of this. And the reason I like raw milk is because you actually, I know some of y'all you got digestive issues probably, or you have lactose intolerance. And to be honest, I probably don't do that well with normal dairy. Like if I just had a normal glass of milk, I would struggle too. But with the raw milk, it has the enzymes. So lactose intolerant means that you can't digest lactose, right? There's an enzyme called lactase that helps you digest lactose. It makes sense, right? The enzyme is the thing that helps you digest and break this down. We don't naturally have it, but raw milk has the lactase enzyme in the milk. The thing that we need to be able to digest this stuff is already in the milk. So when I drink that, I feel completely fine. No bloating, no gas, none of that stuff. People are like, bro, you're crazy. Why are you drinking this raw milk? Because it's actually way better for you. It tastes better. It's delicious. There's so much protein, so much healthy fat. And the reason why there's no lactase in normal milk, pasteurized milk, the milk that you get from the grocery store, is because when you pasteurize it, you heat it to a certain temperature rapidly, and that kills everything good and bad in it. So if there's bacteria that's bad, it kills that, but also kills the good bacteria, also kills all the enzyme, because enzymes are a protein, and at a certain temperature, these enzymes denature, which means they lose their form, they lose their ability to do what they're meant to do. And so when you pasteurize it, when you do all this extra stuff to it, people are like, oh, it's not safe to drink raw milk. I'd say it's not safe to drink normal milk. It's not good for you. It's not good for your digestive system. That's just my little professor hat that I'm putting on for the day. Promise I won't try to teach anything else for the rest of this video. Actually, I don't promise that. I take that back. I'll probably have some sort of spiel that I'm gonna have. But right now I'm cooking up my ground beef. As you can see, I'm gonna have ground beef, eggs, and then I have some blackberries that I'm gonna wash. These are organic, but they're huge. Let me just show you. I don't know if you could tell. That thing is huge. I think it's like an inch. I don't know if I've ever seen a blackberry that big. This is what you call big boy breakfast right here. The butter's just sitting there politely, not saying too much. But I'm not trying to I'm starting to run more because I told my friend I want to get a six-pack, but I don't want to eat less. And so the only way to do that is to run more. So I'm not really trying to be like a runner, although I've enjoyed what I've been doing so far. But this is like classic meal that I've been eating. Just eggs, ground beef, berries, avocado, healthy fats and proteins. Not like a ton of carbs. I'll eat bananas, I'll eat like the berries like I showed you. But I don't eat bread. I really hardly ever eat bread. Alright, I was about to leave for the thrift store, but I forgot a battery for my camera. And I'm at 50%, and these things die quick. So I'm gonna run back upstairs quickly, get the battery, and then first stop is gonna be Salvation Army.
I've been fighting.
Honestly, no luck at the first spot. Nothing really worth my time at all. So about to hit the second spot, see if they got anything. Another thrift store and another dud. I don't know, maybe they've all been filtered through already, but can't seem to find anything even remotely decent. And if it is decent looking, it's not my size. So today might just not be my day to find something at the thrift store. I'm gonna hit one more, and then I'm gonna call it a day. Hit Trader Joe's, because I need those cookies that I was talking about. But let's see, maybe this last one's gonna be a gold mine, which I'm definitely not having too high of hopes for. But you never know. I could be surprised. I had a few people suggest this Sunshine thrift store, and I've actually been to the one in St. Pete. So let's see if it lives up to the hype, because literally that was probably the most recommended spot for me to go. So we're gonna see if it's overhyped or if it's worth the hype. I'm not gonna have any expectations going in. I'm gonna just go in and see what they got. Then I won't be disappointed when they don't have what I want, but we'll see. First impression when I got in here, it smells like someone just cooked a bunch of kettle corn in here. I don't know if that's normal or if that's just what they do out here, but it smells good. It smells better than most thrift stores, actually, because most smell like nasty feet. I agree with that. Men's exercise. Okay. So far I'm liking the selection. Haven't seen anything specifically yet. Alright, strike 3. No luck. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm over thrift stores. I feel like all the good stuff is almost always gone by the time I get there. At least in these bigger cities. There's a thrift store, my secret thrift store, that I can't disclose. But that one always seems to have something decent. All the ones out here, I feel like I go there and I just find nothing.
I found it, flowing in me like a fountain, didn't know. I found it, flowing in me like a fountain, didn't know. I feel nothing. Follow the shadow and the light, they don't tell you it could be like this. A part of every day as you hoping that you ain't praying to a counterfeit. Guess I gotta learn to lean out upon my unbelief. Write my fears and fight my tears. I tried. Holding on the line and it's getting.
Good morning, y'all. I'm about to go hit my run at my usual spot, do a little 3-miler. It's a bit of a late start today, so I mean, no big deal. Honestly, like in the past, if I woke up late or slept in a little bit, I'd be stressed out and I'd be kind of upset. But now I feel like, and I think this is just growth that God has been doing in my heart, is like I don't really need to worry about sticking to some crazy like routine where I have to make sure that I wake up every day. Sometimes my body's just simply tired. If I did a hard workout or if I worked long days, long hours, whatever it is, I know I'm gonna get the work in that I need to do. I'm not gonna stress out now about, oh, I have to stick to my routine and be perfect to it every single day. Obviously there's a point where I want to be consistent and I want to be disciplined with my time, but I don't feel that stress and anxiety that I used to feel if I didn't wake up on time and go to the gym, because now I just know I'll hit it later. I'll do it later. Like, I'm not gonna not do what I need to do, but I'm not stressed out about trying to like be perfect. And I think that's been a huge area of growth for me, because in the past I would be mad, I would be upset. It would throw my day off if I didn't start my day exactly as I planned it. And then I would eventually just not do the work. But now it's like, it's okay. If I slept in, I needed more sleep, I'm gonna do it later. I'll make it work. We'll do something. So I think that's huge for me, to just not have that mindset and not be so reliant on my routine to somehow save me. I think it's just a piece that I have now. And if you can relate to that, if you understand what I'm saying, like, you'll know that a lot of times we build out how our day is gonna go based on our performance. And I think that can actually lead to a way that we have a relationship with God too. It's a way that we think that we need to perform, we need to do all this stuff, we need to make sure we start in the Word, we need to pray, all this stuff, all this religious stuff, when in actuality, like, God just wants to have us like make time for Him, and that could be throughout the day. That doesn't have to be simply first thing in the morning. It's about friendship, it's about relationship, it's not about doing all these certain things. And so I think coming out of that mindset in my own personal life has actually benefited my spiritual life and my spiritual growth. And so that's my encouragement to anybody that's watching this that might beat themselves up if they don't stick to the routine, or if they forget to spend time with God in the morning, or are just in a rush. Make time for Him, but you can also do that throughout the day. You can break it up into blocks. You can do 5 minutes throughout the day, couple every hour, whatever it is. Go on a walk, do a little prayer when you go to the bathroom, anything like that. Just talk to God. That's all He wants. He wants us to have a relationship with Him. And so that's my encouragement to y'all. I'm about to get this run. Gotta be quick with it. Might have to do a little speedy 3-miler. We'll see. I'm gonna start 10-minute pace. That's what I like to do on these Sunday morning runs. But if I end up going faster, I end up going faster. That's fine with me.
Breathing on the coals, there's fire in my soul, let the wind rush in. Cause it's leading my heart to discover it in my hands that brought me this far. I won't pretend it was me at all.
I was just thinking this thought. You know how in TV shows, not that I really even watch TV, but they have like these season recaps, right? Usually at the start of a new season, there's a season recap where it goes through everything, all the important parts of the previous season, and it's like you might not even necessarily need to watch that previous season to get caught up to where you need to be to actually make sense of this new season. And I think it's very similar, and I was just thinking this, it's very similar in life. A lot of times, like, the lessons that we learn from the past season. We can make sense of it from the past season because we can see kind of everything that God was doing. We can almost see the conclusion of those lessons. We can see where it brought us, how it grew us. Is that a word, grew? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. How it made us stronger, how it made us better. But oftentimes when we're in the middle of a season, with a TV show, for example, we don't know what the result is. We don't know what's gonna happen. We just are in the moment and we're just like witnessing it as it's happening. And that's the same thing in life. It's like sometimes I don't have a lesson that I'm necessarily learning in the season I'm in, because I don't know the conclusion of it. I don't know what the lesson is. I don't know what it is that God is necessarily trying to show me while I'm in it. But as I enter into the next season, I can look back on the previous season and see, okay, this is making a lot more sense. Why did I have to go through this? Why did I have to experience this? Why did this person leave? Why did this friendship fail? Why did this relationship break? Anything like that. Why did I stay in this location? And really, I see how God has moved in my life a lot of times when I reflect on the previous season. I see him and I know that he's with me in the current things that I'm going through, and he's helping me through it all. But I don't necessarily see the big picture all the time, and that's completely okay. And I think we had to be okay in the same way when we were watching a TV show. We had to be okay not knowing what the actual ending is going to be, but just enjoying the episode and the day and the moments that we're in, trusting that we know the end result. God is going to take care of us. He's going to look out for us. He's going to protect us. When we seek first his kingdom, everything else we don't have to worry about. And I think that's honestly encouraging for me in the season that I'm in. I might not see why it is that certain things are happening, why it is that I have to be patient in this area or wait. Obviously those are hard things, but really good things. But I know when I enter in the next season, whenever that is, because it doesn't just happen like on a schedule. It's not like, okay, new year, new season of life. It doesn't work like that. It's whenever you learn those lessons or go through the things that you need to, then you enter into those new responsibilities or new seasons of life. And so I think that's just encouraging to know. I see how faithful God has been in the past, how he's taking care of me through everything. And I also know that in these moments that I'm living day by day, I might not know why I'm going through it, but I know that it's making me better, and I know that God is teaching me a big lesson and a big, he's just growing me. He's just making me better. He's just making me more like him. He's refining me. And I think that's the desire of my heart, and I think that should be the desire of everybody's heart, is to grow and to know that when we meet friction, when we meet hard times, persecution from external sources, struggle, temptation from inside, from the enemy, whatever it is, that's actually a good thing. That's a sign that we're moving in the right direction. It's a sign that we're growing. It's a sign that the enemy might be after us because we're doing work for the kingdom. I think when we need to be concerned is if life is just smooth, life is just good, life is just easy, maybe that's because we're not going up against the enemy. We're not fighting. We're not trying to get better. And so that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that I keep growing and keep growing as a man, as a person, in love, in patience, and all these things that I want to be better at, all these things that I want to be more Christ-like at. Not that I'll ever be perfect, not that I'll ever experience perfection, but I want to be more like him every day, and that's the goal. That's what we're all on this journey striving to be, is to be better, to be more like Jesus, and to really just love others and love God.